This is the first genuinely bad Scream movie. Welcome to Bite Size Bunny, my name's Tony, and today we're going to be talking about Scream 7. In Scream 7, Ghostface is back at it again. He's targeting Sidney Prescott, this time more specifically Sidney Prescott's daughter, to try and get to Sidney Prescott. So now Sidney Prescott must protect her family from the Ghostface killer and uncover the true identity behind this new masked killer. In all actuality, though, this movie is just a lazy rehash of the first Scream film with lots of references to the entire franchise. And funny enough, it's self-aware that this is a lazy rehash of the first movie because they're constantly acknowledging the fact that whenever sequels are just referencing things or bringing back characters that have been mysteriously dead for so long to kind of draw audiences in, it's incredibly lazy and cheap. But hey, if we highlight what we're doing here sucks, then it's okay, I guess. One of the biggest staples of the Scream franchise is each installment in the series has served as being an interesting commentary on the horror genre in some way, shape, or form. But in Scream 7, they have decided to focus on the theme of the dangers of AI and deepfakes, while also having absolutely nothing to say about the dangers of AI. And instead, it's used as a cheap gimmick to explain away certain story beats. The new cast of characters are forgettable. They're meant to resemble the cast of the OG film, but none of them leave any kind of lasting impression, and instead are all just cannon fodder for Ghostface. And when it comes to the returning cast of characters from the previous films making an appearance in Scream 7, it kind of just feels like a desperate marketing tool for this film. A lot of them feel like they're being forced to kind of just phone it in because their characters aren't actually given anything to do that feels meaningful in any kind of way. It feels like they knew that their fan base was invested in the story that was set up in the last two films, and because of that, they kind of just had to frantically slap something together here. I will say though, Matthew Lillard is a highlight in this film. Anytime he's on screen, he's a lot of fun. You can tell he's putting his everything into this role, even if his character is criminally underutilized, and the way they bring him into this film's story just feels lame. His performance and what he brought to this movie deserved way better than what he unfortunately got here. And this is a slasher, so if you're here for the kills and just the kills, you're probably going to be disappointed because I think there's maybe one or two kills in the entire film that are actually interesting and well done. Everything else just feels very bare bones and generic. Honestly, that kind of just describes this entire movie. It is safe, it is generic, it is pointless. It feels like it lacks a soul. While I don't love all of the Scream movies, and I definitely have installments in this franchise that I prefer more than others, I wouldn't say any of them feel soulless. There's something interesting about each one of those movies. That is until you get to Scream 7, where it really just feels like it is a pointless installment in this franchise that is solely there to make money. And that's something I really never thought I would say about the Scream series. But hey, that's where we are with things. Scream 7 isn't just a bad Scream movie, it's a bad horror movie in general. It is by no means the worst movie I've seen, or even the worst movie I've seen this year. It's competently crafted from a production standpoint, and there are some good individual scenes in the film. It's just so painfully vanilla. It really has nothing going for it. I'm going to be giving Scream 7 a 4.5 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. Like, subscribe, and all that YouTube stuff. And what's your favorite Scream movie? I'd love to know.